It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers, and it's all up next.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to get this one going. And we are underway in Southern California. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. Two-time Pro Bowler.
And not only was it great to see Dak Prescott make his return in 2021, it's even better to see him playing the best ball of his career. He didn't lead Dallas to just a division title and its best record in 6 years. Dallas also led the league in yards and points, the first time it has led in both since 1971.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Elliott, toss right. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter back deep. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
It feels like hyperbole, but it's actually reality. In only 2 seasons, we've seen Justin Herbert do things rarely or never seen before in the NFL. He's one of only 9 quarterbacks now with the 5,000-yard passing season and made the Chargers a top 5 offense for the first time since 2010. He's also the only quarterback to ever throw at least 30 touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons and set a record for completions over that same span.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
It's a gain of 2.
Now it's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's got some space here. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers! Austin Eckler, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And Austin Eckler capped it off with the touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Prescott now. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. Up the middle with Eckler. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounder. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Prescott on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. To throw is Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, you don't become a two-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man run. It's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. L.A. readies for its next possession.
Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
On second and very short, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Gerald Everett, 53 yards.
And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And oh, it's blocked. And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection that led to the block.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
A second down throw for Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
On third down, it's Prescott.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first two quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Herbert, he'll drop this one off to Eckler.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
at their own 26.
He'll hand off here to Eckler. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 33 yards that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and a yard.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Eckler now between the tackles. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up...
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott to throw it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery.
10th carry now for Elliott.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw Matt play. He'll run right through those attempted plays.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Now Herbert. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. On 2nd down, Eckler. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
Give him 3 on first down. He'll set up a 2nd and 7. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
To throw, Prescott.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Finding room at midfield.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On the counter, Elliott. It's a room to maneuver. 20, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 44 yards.
And the Cowboys have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers
Down by 7. 1:46 to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
throwing. Herbert. Finding Allen.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Herbert going to throw. He's got Eckler.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Herbert. Open man.
Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The 20. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And the tides have turned. Now all eyes shift to the Chargers. Trailing in this one now. 53 ticks to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
It's a gain of 8. And the Chargers first down.
Herbert. And that's caught by Williams.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Herbert to throw. This is swung out to Eckler.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Now Herbert.
And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Herbert back to the air. That's into the hands of Eckler. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.